Welcome back to Booze and the Rocks. My name is David Edwards, and today we're going to use these to make St. Paddy's Day Frisky whiskey. But first, this. All right, so let's get into it. Now, when you think of St. Patrick's Day, you think of green beer, shot glasses, and necklaces that say, "Kiss me, I'm Irish." But let's go a little bit deeper than that. Now, here's the first thing. Patrick wasn't Irish, and his name wasn't even Patrick. Now, his name was Sucat, and he was born in Roman Britain in Benavente. Now, when he was 16, he was kidnapped by some raiders and forced to be a shepherd in Northern Ireland for 6 years. And during that time, of course, he learned the language and the culture while he was there. So Paddy then decided to skip town, but he wasn't any good at that either because he got captured by the French, of all people. Now, they taught him about monasticism and their version of Christianity, and then sent him back home to Roman Britain. So Paddy went home and then studied with his father, who was a deacon at that time. Now, at some point, he was blessed with a vision of bringing Christianity to the Irish people. Personally, I think he wanted to get away from home. Now, so he hopped a boat and brought his big old bag of Christianity with him. And apparently the Irish didn't like that, so he went to the nearest island and then converted the locals. He then sent them out to start spreading the faith. Now, folklore tells us that Patrick banished all the snakes from Ireland. And as awesome as that sounds, there were never actually any snakes on the island. So when the church eventually started celebrating St. Paddy's Day, and as all things like this do, they spread. It was the immigrants to the United States that eventually turned this celebration from a religious holiday into a secular celebration. Now, Boston held its first St. Patrick's Day in 1737, and New York followed in 1762. Fast forward a little bit further, 1962, Chicago decided to color its river green to mark the occasion. And today, it's a drunken revelry that gives us an official reason to wear green and pretty much get shit-faced. But I'm not going to make a green drink for you today. What I am going to do is I'm going to do something way better. All right, so let's get into making this Frisky whiskey. So the first thing we need, of course, is our shaking glass. The next thing we need is an Irish whiskey. And here I am using Roe & Co. Irish whiskey. This is a 45% alcohol. It's absolutely gorgeous. It tastes great. It smells great. And I think this would be a perfect thing to serve to your other half. The next thing, of course, we need is some honey liqueur. And what I've got here is Irish mist honey liqueur as well. And this has great floral notes. It's a little bit of sweetness. It's nice. It's subtle. And again, we need for this 2 ounces or 60 mils. So the next thing, of course, we need is some orange juice. And we need 2 ounces of this fresh pressed orange juice. We need a half an ounce of a simple syrup. Now, you could go a little bit lighter or a little bit heavier depending on your personal taste. And this is a 1-to-1 simple syrup. And of course, we need 3 dashes of the Angostura bitters. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our tin and we're going to add some ice. And give it a good shake for a good 10 to 15 seconds. Absolutely beautiful. So we're going to use a nice little goblet here, and we'll put that right there. We'll add a little bit of ice. And what we're going to do now is, using our Hawthorne strainer, we're going to strain directly over top of this. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful color. You know what? And this needs no garnish. Look at that. Smells really good. You just get some of the honey notes, a little bit of the smell of the whiskey. Just Oh yes. This is going to sneak up on you fast because you got 45% and 43% of your alcohols there, plus your ice and your orange juice. You're probably sitting about 30% alcohol. Oh yeah. The Frisky whiskey. After a few of those, you'll definitely be feeling frisky. Or you'll be laying on the ground in true Irish fashion. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the ingredients and the method down in the description down below. If you think I should use a different Irish whiskey or a different type of honey liqueur, leave a comment down below as well for me. But if this is your first time to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell notification. That way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. But if you don't like Irish whiskey or St. Patrick's Day, hit the thumbs down button twice. And we'll see you next time. Making this drink again and again and again, all because at this rate, I keep screwing it up. And we're gonna shake this for a good 10 to 15 seconds. Oh, for fuck's sakes. This up today and it smells oh so good. You know what? I should try this first before I have a chance to put anything with it. I'm gonna get lost in that. This is a really nice whiskey.